This week we're looking at the riff 1 by Metallica. It's going to be a two-part video. This video is at the actual chords, which are going to be these parts here. Now you can use a pick if you want to as well. So I'm going to sit and reach down, use fingers like this, and you can do. And you can even do a combination of pick and middle finger like this. But before we go any further, let me play it through once for you, and you can see how it should sound, and then we're going to break it down step by step. And then, like I said, the second video will actually have the lead solo that you can play along with this. Here we go. You can hear with that, the backtrack, I actually put a bit of drums inside the end bass, which isn't actually on the original. I thought it sounded cool, but it also just helps to give us a sense of timing as well. So we're going to first start off with your picking techniques. We're going to focus on that. And you can see the three different options, and we're going to zoom in a little bit closer so you get the guitar front and personal there. And we're going to start with the fingers. Now, your first opening 2, 4, 2, 0. Okay, bit of volume there, I guess. Switch it off. Let's try it again. Okay. I'm using the thumb for the bass string, and I'm using my first finger for the fourth string. So it's going to go slow motion. And you'll notice that while I'm playing it, my hand's not moving. Keep your hand in one set fixed position. One more time. When you go to the next bar, which is the 3, 4, 3, 0, you'll notice the 3s are on the 6th string, where the 2s from the first bar are on the 5th. So my thumb has to move from here to the 6th string. And that's the movement for your picking hand if you're using the thumb and the finger. If you're going for plectrum, one plectrum coming up. If you prefer the sound of it, you can use a pick, and that's going to sound like this. Obviously the pick is naturally a bit more brighter, so it's got a different sort of clarity to it. Not that it's better, it's all about personal preference. You might prefer the finger's warmth, or you might prefer the brightness of the pick. I really don't mind. But watch the strokes. Down, up, down, up. Next part, down, up, down, up. It just means you need to be a bit more accurate with skipping across the 5th string in the 2nd and the 4th bars, but it's still a really good technique to master. So whichever you prefer, fingers or pick, both are cool. And lastly, you can do what they call hybrid picking, which is a combination of your pick and your finger. So you can see there my middle finger is playing the 4th string and my pick is playing the bass notes. And now we get this. And you jump to the next one. Thumb pick now goes to the 6th string. So that's your options that you can use for the picking. Now I'm going to focus more onto the fretting hand now. And we can see my fingers are nice and clearly marked, so you can see which fingers to use. You may use fingers 1 and 3 if you prefer as well. So if you prefer this, as opposed to this, I don't really mind. So fingers 1 and 3 on frets 2 and 4, strings 5 and 4, or first finger and pinky, that's my personal go-to. I don't really mind as long as you're comfortable with the configuration. I'm going to go for 1 and 4, like I said. And you'll notice that at the end of the first bar, 2, 4, 2, 0. To get that open, the 0, you have to lose the 4th finger. And this is actually a B minor chord that's being implied over here. The second one, you can do like this, using fingers 2 and 4. You may use 1 and 4 or 1 and 3. So again, there's combinations, and you can choose which you favor. So I don't really mind. It's not too fussy with it. Sometimes we're very specific about what fingers we must use. For this one, there's a bit of a gray area. And this is implying a G major 7th chord, just by the way. Notice the pinky lifts again, or you can use fingers 1 and 3. Then the ring finger lifts. So you've got choice there. So if you put the two together, you're going to count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and you'll notice there's an extra note which kicks in on the 4th bar. It's basically the open 3rd string, that string. So your 4th bar got a little extra change inside there. I like fingers 1 and pinky, and I like going to 2 and pinky because my pinky's got a sort of a fixed roll in the 4th fret, lifting and placing, and then finger 1 covers the 2nd fret, and my middle finger covers the 3rd fret. So at least I've got a dedicated sort of fixed structure. So one more time, I like using this for the 1st bar. Sorry, lifted the wrong finger there, and then you can see from a different angle, you can see fingers 1 and 4 working quite nicely here. I'm sitting in a very uncomfortable angle, so sorry about that. But you got the idea for the lifting of the fingers there. Now, in the 4th bar, you got that extra note, and when you get to the 8th bar on the PDF file, you'll notice that on the PDF, all the bars are numbered. It says 2-4, which means you're counting 1 and 2 and you're going to play this 1 and 2 and there's different ways to play it. You can do it like this, 1 and 2 and I don't really mind. And the advantage of this one, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, is that your first finger stays in place. So one more time, bar 8. If you do this version, open 2, bring the middle finger in for the 2, now into the 9th bar, which is 4-4 again. The first finger doesn't have to move. You can bring the pinky back down for your, and you're back to the beginning. If you don't like it, you're quite welcome to do this as well. This is the 8th bar again, the 2-4. But I find the flat finger feels a bit awkward, so it's not my personal go-to. I would strongly recommend this. Now that's pretty much your introduction. What I've done with the backtrack, if you want a copy of the complete backtrack that I'm busy with, is you simply play through this 3 times. So if I zoom out,